Hello students, in today's lecture we will solve some practice questions based on heat transfer part 4. In today's lecture we will cover practice questions from 28 to 34. Disclaimer: the images used in our slide deck are for educational purposes only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concern or issues, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. So, topic is heat transfer. Question 28. So question is, a mass of 50 gram of water in a closed vessel with surroundings at a constant temperature takes 2 minutes to cool from 30 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius. So this is the range of cooling from 30 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius. A mass of 100 gram of another liquid in a identical vessel with identical surroundings takes the same time of to cool from 30 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius. The specific heat of the liquid is what? So in this question asks about the specific heat of the liquid. So which option is correct? And the water equivalent of the vessel is 30 gram. Option A 2 kilocalorie per kg. Option B 7 kilocalorie per kg. Option C 3 kilocalorie per kg. And option D 0.5 kilocalorie per kg. So which option is correct? Option A, option B, option C or option D? You have a 10 second to solve this question. After 10 second, we will provide the solution of this question. Let's find a solution. So according to question, a mass 50 gram of water in a closed vessel with surrounding at constant temperature takes 2 minutes to cool from 30 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius. And 100 gram of another liquid in identical vessel with identical surrounding takes the same time of to cool from 30 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius. The specific heat of the liquid is what? So we know as delta Q is equal to ms delta theta. This one. Clear? This is the formula for water. So here the mass is 50 gram. So mass is 50 gram and S multiply by 5. Clear? So solving this equation we will we get some quantities, and dq upon dt is equal to rate of cooling. So let this is in the term of S, and putting all values, 250 divided by 2 multiply by 60 is equal to 25 divided by 2 into 6, where SW is equal to 1 kilo per calorie. And now for other liquid, dq upon dt is equal to rate of cooling is what? This is for another liquid as. Clear? So equal to rate of cooling, and putting all the given values, 100 multiply by S multiply by 5 divided by 2 into 60 is equal to 50 S divided by 2 into 6. So solving this term, dq upon dt, this is for liquid, is equal to dq divided by dt is equal to, this is for S. So S is equal to, after putting all this value and this value, you will be get 0.5 calorie per gram is equal to 0.5 kilocalorie per kg. So this is the correct answer. The specific heat of the liquid is this one. So correct answer is this. D option is correct. Clear? Next question. Question 29. Question is, the figure shows of a system of two concentric spheres of radii R1 and R2 and kept at temperatures T1 and T2 respectively. The radial rate of flow of heat in a substance between two concentric spheres is proportional to what? Clear? So there is a two concentric circles. First circle having radius R1 and second one is radius R2, and their temperatures T1 for the first circle and first sphere, and temperature T2 for second sphere with respect to their radius. So question asks about the radial rate of flow of heat in a substance between the two concentric spheres is proportional to what? So given options, option A is R2 minus R1 divided by R1 R2. Option B is log R2 divided by R1. Option C R1 R2 divided by R2 minus R1. And option D R2 minus R1. So which option is correct? Option A, option B, option C or option D? You have a 10 second to solve this question. After 10 second, we will provide the solution of this question. Let's find a solution. So according to question, this is a concentric spheres of radii R1 and R2 and temperatures T1 and T2 respectively. Clear? We have to find radial rate of flow of heat in a substance between two concentric spheres. Clear? So to measure the radial rate of heat flow, we have to go for integration technique, as here the area of the surface through which heat will flow is not constant. Let us consider an element, spherical cell, this element dx of thickness dx and radius x as shown in figure. Let us first find the equivalent thermal resistance between inner and outer sphere. So the resistance of cell, which is equal to dr, is equal to dx divided by k multiplied by 4 pi x square, and from r equal to 1 upon Ka, where K is thermal conductivity, and integration dr is equal to r prime, which is equal to integration r1 to r2, and term is dx divided by 4 pi k x square. So solving this term, you will be get 1 upon 4 pi k r1 upon 1 upon r1 minus 1 upon r2, which is equal to r2 minus r1 divided by 4 pi k r1 r2. This one. A block of ice at 0 degrees Celsius rests on the upper surface of the slab. If in 1 hour 4.8 kg of ice melted, the thermal conductivity of the stone is what? Given options, option A is 1.24 watt meter per Kelvin, option B is 2.24 watt meter per Kelvin, and option C 0.24 watt meter per Kelvin, and option D 1.54 watt meter per Kelvin. So which option is correct? Option A, option B, option C and option D. You have a 10 second to solve this question. After 10 second, we will provide the solution of this question. Let's find a solution. So assuming that heat loss from the sides of the slab is negligible. We have assumed that the sides of the slab is negligible. The amount of heat flowing through the slab is this one. Q equal to, this is the amount of heat flowing through the slab. Q equal to Ka T1 minus T2 multiplied by T divided by D. This one. So let this is equation first. And M is the mass of the ice and L the latent heat of fusion. Then Q equal to ml. Let this is equation second. From equation first and second, we have ml equal to Ka T1 minus T2 multiply by T divided by D. This one. Or K equal to ml D divided by A T1 minus T2 multiply by T. So let this is equation third. This is equation first, second and third. And given in this question, m equal to 4.8 kg, d equal to 10 centimeter, equal to 0.1 meter. So area equal to 3600 centimeter square, which is in meter square is 36 meter square. Clear? This one. So T1 is 100 degrees Celsius and T2 is 0 degrees Celsius. Clear? This is 0.36. 0.36. So solving this, and t equal to 1 hour in second is 3600 second. So solving this, you will be get L equal to 80 kilocalorie 80 calorie per gram, which is equal to this one in kg, and which is equal to this one and this one. The L, this is the for L. After solving, you will be get 3.36 into 10 raised to the power 5 joule per kg. Substituting these values in equation third, this one, you will be get K is equal to 1.24 joule per second per meter per degree Celsius, which is equal to 1.24 watt per meter per Kelvin. Clear? So correct answer is A. This one is correct answer. Clear? Next question. Question 31. Question is, two spherical stars A and B emit black body radiation. The radius of A is 400 times that of B, and A emits 10 raised to the power 4 times of the power emitted from B. The ratio of lambda A divided by lambda B of their wavelengths lambda and lambda B at which the peaks occur in their respective radiation curves is given. Options: option A is 1, option B is 2, option C 3, and option D 5. So which one is correct? You have a 10 second to solve this question. After 10 second, we will provide the solution of this question. Let's find a solution. So we know P equal to lambda T raised to the power 4A, and A is the 4 pi r square. Putting the area in this formula, you will be get sigma T raised to the power 4 pi r square, where P is directly proportional to T raised to the power 4 and r square. So according to Wien's law, which states that lambda is inversely proportional to T. Clear? Lambda is wavelength at which peaks occurs. From equation first, this one, let this is equation first. This is equation first. This one. So P is directly proportional to r square divided by lambda raised to the power 4, or we can say lambda is directly proportional to r square divided by P whole power 1 by 4. So solving for ratio of lambda A divided by lambda B, so lambda A divided by lambda B is equal to RA divided by RB whole power 1 by 2 multiply by PB divided by PA whole power 1 by 4. This one. So after solving, you will be get the correct answer 2. 4 whole power 400 whole power 1 by 2 multiply by 1 divided by 10 raised to the power 4 whole power 1 by 2. So solving this two terms, you will be get 2. Clear? So correct answer is 2. 2 is correct answer. This one is correct. Next question. Question 32. Question is, a metal is heated in a furnace where a sensor is kept above the metal surface to read the power radiated P by a metal. The sensor has a scale that displays log 2 P by P naught, where P naught is a constant. When the metal surface is at a temperature of 487 degrees Celsius. The sensor shows a value 1. Assume that the emissivity of the metallic surface remains constant. What is the value displayed by the sensor when the temperature of the metal surface is raised to 2767 degrees Celsius? This one. Given options, option A is 1, option B is 4, option C is 7, and option D is 9. So which option is correct? You have a 10 second to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will provide the solution of this question. Let's find a solution. So the given terms, this is displays log base to P divided by P naught, where P naught is the constant. So given this is the given term, log 2 P1 divided by P naught is equal to 1, and P1 divided by P naught is equal to 2. This one. So according to Stephen's law, P is directly proportional to T square. This one, this is P, directly proportional to T square. Clear? So P2 divided by P1 is equal to T2 divided by T1 whole power 4, and putting all the T2 and T1 values, you will be get 2767 plus 273 divided by 487 plus 273 whole power 4. So this is the P2 divided by P1 is equal to 4 raised the power 4. So P2 divided by P1 is equal to P2 divided by 2 P naught, which is equal to 4 whole power 4. So P2 divided by P naught is equal to this one, 4 2 into 4 raised the power 4. So log 2 P2 divided by P naught is equal to this one, log 2 2 into 4 raised the power 4 is equal to log 2 2 plus log 2 whole 4 raised the power 4. So solving this numerical term, you will be get this, and final answer is 9. Clear? So correct answer is D. D is 9 is the correct option. Clear? Next question, question 33. Question is, two spherical bodies, A radius 6 cm and B radius 18 cm, at temperature T1 and T2 respectively. The maximum intensity in the emission spectrum A at 500 nanometer and in that of B in 1500 nanometer. Considering them to the black bodies, what will be the ratio of rate of flow energy radiated by A to that of B? Given options, option A is 9, option B is 7, option C is 5, and option D is 1. So which option is correct? You have a 10 second to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will provide the solution of this question. Let's find the solution. So given two spherical bodies, this one radius A 6 cm and radius 18 cm, and temperatures T1 and T2 respectively. The maximum intensity emission is this and this one. So question asks about the what will be the ratio of the rate of total energy radiated by A to that of B. So we know lambda m is directly proportional to 1 by T, or we can say lambda m is inversely proportional to T. So lambda A divided by lambda B is equal to TB divided by TA. Clear? So TB is 500 and TA is 1500. So putting all TB and TA here, so lambda A divided by lambda B is equal to 1 by 3. And E is directly proportional to T raised the power 4A, where A is the surface area, which is 4 pi r square. So E is directly proportional to T raised the power 4 r square. So EA divided by EV is equal to TA divided by TB whole power 4 multiplied by RA divided by RV whole power 2, which is equal to 3 raised the power 4 means 6 divided by 18 whole square is equal to 9. So solving this term, you will be get 9 answer. Clear? So this is the calculation part. So solving this calculation part, you will be get the correct answer is 9. So correct option is 9. A option is correct. Clear? Next question. Question 34. Question is, a road of uniform cross section consists of four sections: AC, this one AC, CD, DE, and EB, this one, of different metals with thermal conductivities K 0.8, K 0, 1.2K, and 1.50K respectively. So this is for first, second, third, and this is for fourth. Their lengths are respectively L 1.2, L 1.5, L, and 0.6 L. They are joined rigidly in succession at C, D, and E to form the rod AB. The end A is the maintained at 100 degrees Celsius and the end B is maintained at 0 degrees Celsius. The steady state temperatures of the joints C, D, and E are respectively. So TC, TD, and TE. Column first list the temperature differences TA minus TC, TC minus TD, and TD minus TE, and TE minus TB. This one. This is the column first, and options this one according to this question. So in the four sections, this one, and column 2, there is this 9.6, 30.1, 24.1, 36.2. So their values jumbled up. Match each item in the column first with the correct value in the column second. Clear? And choose which one is correct. Which one is correct. Clear? You have a 10 second to solve this question. After 10 second, we will provide the solution of this question. Let's find a solution. So this is column first and their temperatures TA minus TC, and this is column second and their values respectively. So we have four sections AB, BC, CD, and DE with dq upon dt as steady state thermal energy transmitted per second, and A being the area of cross section. Clear? So solution is 1 raise the 1 matches with 3, similarly B 4, 4, C 2, and D 1. Clear? And for solution, numerically dq upon dt is equal to Ka 100 minus Tc divided by L. So putting all given terms and solving numerically, you will be get A 0.8 multiplied by K Tc minus Td divided by 1.2 L and 1.2 Ka Td minus Tb divided by 1.5 L, which is equal to 1.5 Ka Te divided by 0.6 L. So solving this, you will be get 100 minus Tc is equal to 0.8, 1.2 multiplied by Tc minus Td. So 12 divided by 1.5 multiplied by Td minus Te, which is equal to 1.6 divided by 0.6 Te. So after cross multiply, you will be get this equation 4.8 Td minus Te is equal to 15 Te. This one. Solving all differences, you will be get this 100 minus Tc, Tc minus Td, Td minus Tb, and Tb remaining that the sum of these differences in 100. We obtain Ta minus Tc is equal to this one, and Tc minus Td is 36.2, and Td minus Te is equal to 30.1, and Te minus Tb is equal to 9.6. So this is the correct answer. Clear? So option matches is this one. A, this one 30.24.1, B, this one 36.2, and D is 1, this one, and C is 2, 30.1. Clear? So column 1 and their matches with column 2. Clear? So A option is correct. A option is correct. Clear? This one is correct. A with 3, this one, B with 4, this one, and C with 2, and D with 1. So this is the correct answer. Clear? This one is correct match. Clear? Thank you.